I know that we all are kind of bombarded by new releases, and when it comes to high-end releases, I want to know what's worth my money. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I've been looking forward to filming this video all week long. There have been so many requests from you guys for me to review certain new launches, and there's also new launches that I personally am so excited to try, so I placed an order on Sephora, and then a lot of these new launches that I was intrigued by that I would have bought myself, I actually got sent in PR. Some of these products include the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. So many of you guys have been asking me to try this out. I was also recently sent the Glow Recipe Watermelon Mist, which I'm also very excited about. I purchased the Anastasia Riviera palette on my own because I was so curious to try it, and I also picked up the Anastasia Dip Brow Gel, which seems really exciting as well. I was also recently sent the Persona Cosmetics lip glosses. These are all things that I'm super intrigued by. I know that we all are kind of bombarded by new releases all the time, and when it comes to high-end releases, I want to know what's worth my money. You know what I mean? So I'm excited to try these out. I'm going to be sharing with you my thoughts along the way. I'm going to do a little mini wear test to see how these things wear. But yeah, I've been really excited about this video because, to be honest, out of everything that's launched recently, these are the things that drew me in. So I'm hoping that they all work out. Again, I'm going to be doing like a little mini wear test. I didn't want to do too many new products because I wanted to really get a feel for how these new products worked. I also bought the IT Cosmetics Confidence in a Foundation. I'm going to save this for a future video just because I don't want it to confuse me with these two complexion products today. So these are the ones that we're going to be focusing on in the video. All right, you guys, let's start with the eyes. I already did my brows off camera. Since we're trying some Anastasia brow stuff, I decided to fill in my brows with the Brow Wiz. This is in the shade Dark Brown, and that's all we've got on the face right now. Let's do some concealer on the eyes. I've got this right here. I'm just going to go ahead and use it. It's the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer, and I'm going to use this to prep the eyelid area, and then I'm going to go ahead and blend it out with my beauty sponge, and then I'm just going to take a little bit of setting powder to lock down that concealer so that our eyelids are nice and prepped for eyeshadow. I don't know about you guys, but I always get very excited for Anastasia eyeshadow palette launches. To me, they're all very classic and iconic. I own all of the palettes that she's ever released, so this Riviera palette caught my eye. I'm really excited to try it out, and I feel like it's also kind of a different palette for Anastasia. There's a lot of bright colors in it, which I will show you right now. When this came in the mail yesterday, I opened it up, and it is so much brighter in person than it looks like on Instagram and on Sephora's website. Here's what the palette looks like on the inside. Immediately, I was drawn to this shade right here called Bahamas, but there's also some neutrals in here. There's some peachy colors, mustard yellows, a bronze. There's quite a few shimmers on this top row. I'm just excited to dip into this. I've seen it floating around YouTube and Instagram, and everybody seems to be doing pretty colorful looks, so I don't know if I'm gonna do something super colorful or keep it a little bit more neutral. I don't know. I'm just gonna go with the flow. Let's dip into this and see how it goes. I'm gonna start with this shade right here called Estate, and I actually love the brushes that come with all the Anastasia palettes. I saved them all. I think they're a very high quality brush. So while we blend out this eyeshadow, I'm gonna tell you guys some information on this palette. It retails for $45. It's supposed to be limited edition. I have like a love-hate relationship with limited edition items, especially when they're really good, because it just makes me not want to use them after they go away because I know I'll never be able to get them back. So just something to note about this eyeshadow palette. It is limited edition. This is part of their springtime color collection. It features neutrals and colors and seasonal tones that are perfect for creating your ultimate vacation looks. Okay, so it's kind of like a vacation palette. I'm just continuing to build up that peachy Estate shade in the crease as a transition, and I really am liking this. I think it's the perfect transition color for me. And also, it looks like there are 8 mattes and 6 shimmers in this palette. I'm just gonna move down the line a little bit and go into Coastline, which looks like it's just a slightly deeper version of Estate. And I'm gonna start to build that up right below Estate, more in the crease. I'm just using the same brush. I'm gonna buff that back and forth. So far, everything's blending really nicely. It seems like it's the same quality as all the other Anastasia palettes that I own. This is such a different palette for Anastasia, like I was saying. These bright colors are really, really fun, and I think there's something different. It's something that you can definitely add to your collection. And for me personally, I don't own a lot of these shades. I'm interested to see how much use I get out of this palette though, because behind the camera and behind like creative moments for me, on an everyday basis, I truly just wear a lot of neutral colors. I know a lot of us are probably like that. I do know some people that love to wear bright colors on an everyday basis, and for those people, I feel like this palette is going to be a favorite for them. But for me, I'm not sure how much use I'll get out of this. So far though, I am loving the two colors that I applied on the lids. I'm kind of feeling these peachy pink shades, so I'm going to go into this shade right here called Monte Carlo, and I'm just going to start to press that on the outer third of the eye, blending it into the existing shades, but not too high so that we still have those two shades blending up into the brow area. I'm just continuing to build up that same exact shade on this outer portion of the eye, blending it inwards a little bit. Everything is continuing to blend really well together. I'm swatching a couple of the shades to figure out which direction I want to go. I think I want to keep it pretty pink, actually. Maybe this look will be more colorful than I planned. I'm going to go into this shade right here called Palermo. And I like to apply the shimmer shades in the Anastasia palettes with my fingers. I just feel like they always get the best payoff. Obviously, you can apply these with a brush. You can apply it with a damp brush and it will also get a really nice metallic finish. So after blending out that pink shade, I want to go into this one called Seaside. I just feel like I want a little bit more dimension. I don't know, everything was looking pretty monochromatic, so I'm just going to layer this on top of where we applied that pink shade. I don't know, it kind of is starting to look muddy. That could have ruined the look. I don't know. We're just gonna go with it. This formula of the shimmers is very, very soft. You do get quite a bit of fallout in the pan, but to be honest, that's what I experienced with my other Anastasia palette. So I'm not very shocked by that, but it's just something to take note of. I'm going back into the shade Monte Carlo, which was that darker pink matte, and I'm just starting to blend that out on the outer corner even more to add a little bit more definition. All right, next I'm going to dip into this shade right here called Cans, and I'm just going to really buff this along the lash line. I still want to see some of that pink on the outer corner, but now that we have the other shimmery color on the lid, I just feel like it needs a little bit of purple to tie that into the rest of the eye look. So I'm just going to add this to the top lash line. I'm just continuing to build that up on this outer corner. I'm now mixing those two peachy shades that we used earlier, Estate and Coastline, and I'm adding a little bit more of that above the crease just to create a little bit more of a transition there. Next, I'm going to go into Inheritance, which is this metallic yellow, and I'm just going to pop this in the inner corner of the eye. So I felt like the shimmer on the lids was not as intense as I wanted it to be, so I'm going back into the Seaside shade. And I'm using my finger to continue to layer that up on the lid, just so that we get a little bit more of a metallic effect. This is a very interesting look so far. I'm just gonna go with the flow. Hopefully it all comes together in the end. Let's go ahead and wipe away any fallout underneath the eyes. And I'm also gonna clean up the edges, just using that same makeup wipe. Well, that was me trying to create a neutral look. I don't know if it's very possible to create too many neutral looks with this palette, which actually might be a good thing. It might take you out of your comfort zone like it is for me. You do have a bronze and some peaches in here and a dark brown that you could definitely do just a classic bronzy eye with this, but most of the colors are gonna be a little bit more of a statement. These shimmers are mostly colorful and bright, and the mattes definitely pack a punch as well. So let's move on to the complexion. I'm gonna prep the skin a little bit with this Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Ultra Fine Mist. First of all, the packaging is so cute on this. It retails for $28. It's an ultra fine hydrating mist formulated with a juicy blend of 84% watermelon, hyaluronic acid, and hibiscus to refresh skin and enhance makeup. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you would have seen me unbox this, and I actually did spray it on camera. It's one of the most fine mists I've ever experienced. This is such an exciting product to me, so I thought we would spray it on the face to kind of prep the skin, and then we'll go into primer afterwards, and then we'll also use this on top of the makeup just to see how it looks. Let's give this a whirl. Oh my gosh. Do you guys see that? It's literally, tastes good. It smells like candy. It smells so good. The packaging is a 10 out of 10 for me. And the mist is incredible. It's so fine. I didn't get any liquid spitting at me or anything. It's also vegan, free of alcohol, synthetic dyes, silicones, parabens, mineral oil, sulfates, and phthalates. I think that's how you say that. I'm excited to see how it works like throughout the day. Definitely a very hydrating formula, but that's a new product that I'm seriously so excited about. Let's jump into the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. This has been all over Instagram. Look at the packaging. It's so cool. It's a product that definitely caught my eye when I saw them like first introducing it and teasing it on Instagram. Let's read some of the specs on this. So this actually comes in two different sizes. You can get one for 0.33 ounces for $15, or this one is 1.52 ounces and it retails for $30. So this is supposed to be hydrating. It's supposed to also grip your makeup. It has hemp-derived cannabis seed extract and also blue agave, prickly pear cactus extract, and aloe water. This also is free of sulfates, SLS, SLES, parabens, formaldehydes. Wow, there's a lot of things. It's also vegan, cruelty-free, and gluten-free. What else you need to know? This primer is formulated formulated with aloe water, cherry blossom, hyaluronic acid. Okay, I love hyaluronic acid, so I'm happy that those two skin products have it. Oh, this is interesting. The clinical results. After 12 hours of application, 100% of subjects agreed skin felt more hydrated, 100% agreed that their skin had a healthy looking glow, and 100% of subjects agreed that their makeup lasted longer. That's cool. Okay, let's see if I'm part of that 100%. There was also some interesting instructions around this product, so I'm just gonna make sure that I'm using it right. Pump 1 to 2 shots of primer on the back of your hand. Blend a thin layer onto clean skin before makeup application. Allow the formula 1 minute to fully absorb and activate grip for best results. I'm gonna be wearing a foundation that I'm really familiar with. This is one of my go-tos right now, and I wanted to use this with a foundation I'm familiar with just so that I can really see if this changes anything. All right, so I'm gonna do 2 pumps on my fingers. It says to do it on the back of your hand. I'm just gonna kind of warm it up in my palms, and then we're going to just go ahead and apply this everywhere. Whoa, immediately it feels wet and sticky at the same time, which is interesting because the title is Hydro Grip. It doesn't have a smell. I mean, it does, but it's not like a fragranced scent. All right, we're gonna give this a minute to set in place, just like it recommended. Okay, right now my face feels really cold. Oh my gosh, it's so weird. It feels like it's really sinking into my skin on my hands as well as my face. This is such a unique product. I'm really excited about this one. I feel like Milk Makeup comes out with really, really cool products. I'm gonna give it like 20 more seconds. Okay, so it's really interesting. It feels tacky, but in a really nice way. And I don't know if you can see that, but my fingers are definitely gripping to my face more than with other primers, but it's not as sticky as some primers that I've tried before, which I kind of like that it's not as sticky. It's almost like a soft grip. We're gonna go into the Wander Beauty Nude Illusion Liquid Foundation. I feel like it's been a minute now. And I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this over top of the primer. I'm interested to see if I notice any differences like as I'm buffing this out. I'm gonna go in with my Real Techniques buffing brush, and we're just gonna go ahead and spread out the foundation all over the skin. I love the idea of having a hydrating and gripping primer at the same time, because sometimes when you need hydration and you put a lot of hydrating primers underneath the skin, it can cause your foundation to kind of slip around and not last as long. So I'm hoping that this will be the best of both worlds. So my foundation is gliding over this product really nicely. I'm gonna do what I usually do and take a tiny bit of foundation and apply it to my sponge so that I can go over the entire face with the sponge. And I like to do this to achieve a little bit more of a skin-like finish. So my foundation is looking really good. Like I said before though, this is one of my go-tos, so it always looks good to me, but I can slightly feel the foundation gripping to the primer. We'll see how well it really grips onto the foundation as we wear it throughout the day. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of speed through a couple of steps. I'm gonna apply some concealer and powder, and then we'll finish up the eyes and move on from there. All right, so I just finished setting the foundation. I used the Too Faced Peach Perfect powder. And right now my skin is looking very, very poreless. It's pretty matte at the moment because the Too Faced powder is pretty matte, but usually when I use this powder throughout the day, my natural oils in my skin kind of mix with it and it doesn't look dry throughout the day. So let's go ahead and finish up the lower lash line. I'm just gonna go ahead and use like the same colors that we were using. I'm gonna dip into Coastline, and I'm going to run that across the entire lower lash line. And I'm also going to connect it to the existing shadows on this outer corner here. Then I'm going to dip into a little bit of the shade Estate, and I'm going to buff that just below Coastline across the entire lower lash line as well. All right, let's go into Monte Carlo with a smaller precision brush. I'm going to tap off the extra, and I'm going to buff this closer to the lash line along the outer third. Next, I'm going to go into Seaside and run that on the inner portion of the lower lash line. We're basically just copying exactly what we did on the top lid. Then I'm going to go into the purple shade called Can, and I want this to really shine on the outer third of the lower lash line. This is a really pretty purple shade. I'm just going to add a little bit more of that yellow shade called Inheritance in the inner corner. Let's apply some mascara. I'm going to go into the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise mascara, and then I do actually have some false lashes I want to wear, which I'll explain in a second. I don't normally wear false lashes, but there's a certain brand that I love that I want to show you. But yeah, right now I'm just going to apply some mascara to the top and lower lashes. And I'm not going to apply as much as I normally do on the top lashes because we are going to be wearing some strip lashes, so I do want like the style of them to show through a little bit more. So I'm just doing about one coat on the top lashes today. All right, so let's talk about these lashes. These were sent to me by Velour, and if you didn't know, I honestly don't really wear false lashes too often, and when I do, I reach for this brand. These are from Velour, and last year they launched a new collection called the Effortless Collection where you don't have to cut the lashes. They're very natural looking and the band looks really natural. I personally do not look good in a very heavy false lash look, so that's why I get so excited about the Effortless lashes. My favorite style in the existing range is called Would I Lie. I'll link that down below if you guys are interested. This month on the 29th, they're going to be launching 3 new ones. This style right here called No Drama. This one's more wispy. And then there's also Mini Me, which looks like this. I love when lashes look like this, when they're a little bit thicker on the outer portion. It gives a really nice winged out effect, but as you can see, they're already very natural looking. This is the most bold out of the 3, and these are called Final Touch. I think I either want to try No Drama or Mini Me. I think I'm going to go with this one. These are in the style No Drama, and I just like the wispiness of them. I feel like it will complement this look really well, but if you're not familiar with applying false lashes, the strip lash is usually pretty long, just so that you can measure it on your own eye, and then you trim the lash so that it fits your eye perfectly. That's kind of a hassle in my opinion, so I love that you don't have to trim these, and they just are already ready for you. Ooh, I have a feeling I'm going to like these ones. Well, it looks like I misplaced the tweezers that I normally use to apply lashes, so I'm going to go grab a little applicator. All right, I'm back. I found the tweezers and I'm just gonna apply a little bit of the Thrive Cosmetics Infinity Waterproof Lash Adhesive, and I'm gonna apply that across the entire lash band. I'm gonna let it dry a little bit, then I'm just going to go ahead and pop it onto the top lid, and I'm just gonna do the same thing to the other eye. All right, so the lashes are on. They actually took a little longer than I was expecting. I think I like them. I do like a lot of the lashes from the Effortless collection just because, again, I feel like they don't weigh my eyes down like a lot of other false strip lashes do. So I feel like this added volume and a little bit of length, but it's not too overbearing. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my complexion. I'm gonna do bronzer, blush, highlighter, and all that. And then we'll come back to do some lip products, and we're gonna test out that brow gel, and then we'll do a wear test. So I will see you guys in a second. All right, so I just finished my bronzer, blush, and highlighter. If you wanna know what I used, I will have it linked down below. Let's go into the lip product that I'm really excited about. These were sent to me by Persona Cosmetics. I love Persona Cosmetics. The season 1 liquid lipsticks are 3 colors that I always travel with. Sona did such a good job creating those shades. So when I saw they were coming out with lip glosses, I got so excited because I love those liquid lipsticks so much. These are the 3 shades that they launched. You can buy these individually, but they also do come in a set for a little bit less. Individually, they retail for $16, and then this set is $36. So I'm gonna try all 3 on for you guys, and then we'll pick one to wear for the day. So let's start with the darkest. This one is called Toffee. The thing I really like about these, first of all, the packaging is amazing, but I just feel like these 3 shades are really foolproof. I like how she doesn't launch 15 shades and then you get overwhelmed. These are 3 very universal colors as well. I feel like everyone would look good in all 3 of them. So let's try on Toffee. These are infused with almond oil, avocado oil, and shea butter. They're a high shine, non-sticky formula with a light vanilla scent. They really do feel so hydrating. I really like this color. Obviously, it's clashing with my eye look right now, but I like the tone of it though. I think it would be beautiful with a really natural looking eye. So that is Toffee. This one has a little bit of glitter in it, but when you apply it, it's really not noticeable at all. You can just kind of see it in the actual tube. I really like that shade. Let's try on the next one. All right, next we're gonna try on Honey, which is a nice nude color. This one also has a little bit of like a gold sheen to it in the tube, but I don't think it's gonna come across like metallic or anything on the lips. So let's just apply this one. That one is so pretty. Oh my goodness. What a good like beigey nude everyday gloss. So yes, this one is Honey. I really like that. Honestly, all 3 of these shades I feel like are going to go in my purses. They just seem so foolproof. And then the last one I'm going to show with you is this one right here. It's called Peach. I think this is the one that I'm most excited about out of the collection, just because I love a good peachy gloss. So let's apply this to the lips. I feel like this is going to be the one that matches the eye look best. This formula really is not sticky, which is something that I definitely look for in a gloss these days. I want high shine, but I don't want gloopy gloss, you know, especially when I have my hair down. So this is a perfect formula. I definitely think I like this color with this eye look the best, but I'm so excited about these 3, and I love the container that it comes in. You can order this exact set at Ulta, and I think it's just a really fun universal set where you can try all 3 shades. So let's go ahead and spritz the face a little bit with the Watermelon Glow Ultra Fine Mist. But first, we gotta assess the situation. We're just gonna add a little more bronzer. Everything else is looking pretty good. Let's give the face a light spritz of the mist because I really want to know how it looks on top of makeup. It's such a fine mist. I love it. And it smells so good, you guys. All right, let's go into the Anastasia Dip Brow Gel. I love Anastasia brow products, and this really intrigued me. I actually first saw this product at the masterclass by Mario. He used this, and I was like, it's a gold bottle, and it's an Anastasia product. What is that? They announced it a couple days later, and I was like, okay, I really need to try that. So I picked mine up in the shades Soft Brown. Here's the applicator. I'm really excited. This retails for $18. It comes in so many shades, and there's also mini sizes of them as well. It's supposed to be a highly pigmented brow gel with long-lasting waterproof formula, and it's supposed to last up to 12 hours. So let's go ahead and set the brows using this. So I'm noticing that it's definitely filling in my brows. Since it is tinted, that definitely made my brows look much more full. Okay, so upon my first impression, I do feel like I like that formula. It's got a little bit of a tackiness to it. We'll see if it dries down any more than that. I should have known that it would fill in my brows pretty well because it's a dip brow gel. So it made my brows look a little bit more full than what I would have liked with this look. But we're just gonna try to move past that and focus on the formula overall. So this is the makeup look for now. Let's do a wear test, and then at the end of the night, I'm gonna tell you guys my thoughts on these products and kind of what I feel like is the best. I truly was so excited about all of these launches, so I'm interested to see how they wear throughout the day and if my mind changes at all about anything. So yeah, let's do the wear test. It is currently 5:30 p.m. I'm gonna try to wear this makeup as long as possible. Obviously, I'm most interested in seeing how the primer wears, to be honest. I feel like the eyeshadows should be similar quality to my other Anastasia eyeshadows, but of course we'll take a look at how the eyeshadows wear as well. Overall, I really like this look right now. I'm gonna wear it for as long as possible, and I will see you guys in a little bit at my next check-in. All right, you guys, so this is me right after filming, standing by the window. I have to say, I really like how my complexion looks especially. I obviously like the eyeshadow look as well, but I just feel like the skin looks really, really smooth. I'm hoping that's the primer. I would love if I found a really good primer. We'll have to see how it wears because I really don't want it to look greasy by the end of the day, but if it could hydrate my skin underneath while keeping my foundation looking amazing, we might have found something great. So I just wanted to show you guys what everything looks like up close in natural light after filming so you can get a good idea. And yes, I will see you guys in my next check-in in a couple hours. All right, you guys, I'm checking in. It is currently 9:30 p.m. So I've been wearing this for about 4 hours now. To be honest, everything looks really good. I feel like usually around this time I start to see some shine in the forehead. There's a little bit, but it's more like satin than shiny. So far so good. There's no makeup that's coming off my nose area. I don't think, maybe a little bit, but I probably touch my nose. I have a bad habit, so that's that. I honestly am really happy with how it's looking right now. I'm gonna continue to wear it for the rest of the night, and then we will check in again and kind of see what the situation is. But honestly, so far so good. I don't have any complaints. In the beginning especially, I felt like my skin looked so good. It looked so smooth, like airbrushed, and it still looks good to me. So that's the update for now. I'll see you guys in a little bit again. Ooh, I'm exhausted, but we're back. It's currently 2:30 a.m., which means I've been wearing this makeup for about 9 hours now. Let's just get right into it and talk about how everything wore. To be honest, I was expecting it to get pretty oily or dewy in the T-zone. That happens a lot with a lot of my foundations. However, since I did use the Wander Beauty Nude Illusion foundation, this is a foundation that I'm super familiar with, and I usually don't get this dewy throughout the day. So that kind of shows me that either the hydrating glowy mist really worked or the hydrating primer really worked. There's definitely some hydration going on my skin. You guys know I usually like to come and touch up the makeup so that you can see what it would look like if I were to have touched up. For 9 hours of wear, I'm actually really impressed at how everything stayed on the face. There's a little bit of removal right here, but it's in like a perfect line, which makes me think that I went like this and wiped it off throughout the night. So besides that, I'm actually very impressed at how everything held up. During the first few hours of the day, it looked stunning. My whole complexion looked so beautiful. It was really, really smooth, and I was obsessed with it. Like, I kept looking at my skin in the mirror because I was so impressed with how smooth and airbrushed everything looked. So let's go ahead and touch up. I'm gonna use the same powder that I used earlier today, and let's just touch up one side of the face, just so we can compare both sides. I'm also so impressed at how nice the area around my nose looks. Usually that looks so weird by now. It tends to separate almost every time I put foundation near that area, so I'm extremely impressed by that. All right, so there you have it. There are the two sides. This is the unpowdered side. This is the freshly powdered side. It looks really good to me, you guys. Obviously, you can still see the separation on the nose, but I'm really happy with how it touches up. And just imagine if I were to have touched this up throughout the day, it probably would still look absolutely incredible. I'm just gonna kind of even out the powder on this side as well. Wow, I look refreshed. I'm into it. I just reapplied the gloss. It did not look like this throughout the whole day, but I will say I was impressed at how long it did wear. It wore off really nicely. My lips felt really hydrated throughout the day. I applied it a total of 3 times, including just this last application right before I started filming. So I was really happy with that as well. Also, something else that I noticed today is the pigment of the blush and bronzer and everything else that I applied today really lasted well. Whether that's the foundation or primer or powder, I don't know, but I just wanted to kind of mention that because throughout the night I was looking at the mirror and I was like, whoa, my Complexion products haven't faded off. The blush is still very pigmented. Oh man, I really wanted to do a before and after before I powdered. I forgot. So let's just show you guys a before and after from when I freshly applied the makeup till after I powdered it 9 hours later. So you can see the difference. I'm actually really curious to see the side-by-side comparison. I wonder if it's similar or not. We will see. So yeah, let's just get into my final thoughts about all these products. I'm going to share with you guys the things that I'm the most excited about. And I think I'm mostly excited about one product specifically, and that is the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. This lived up to my expectations. I did notice a difference in how my foundation looked today, and I feel like I have to credit it to this primer. I'm excited about it. It's innovative. I know I'm going to continue to reach for this. I also like how much product you get in the full size, and I also really like how there is a smaller size if you want to just try it out. And the smaller size is much more affordable, and I do feel like you would be able to get quite a bit of use out of it if you wanted to try it out. But yeah, this is a really unique product. It's something that really drew me in right when I saw it, and it lived up to all of my expectations. So this is going to stay right here, front and center, in my top shelf makeup collection right here. So really excited about that. I must also say I'm really excited about the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Ultra Fine Mist. This is honestly something that I probably won't keep down here because I don't see myself using it as like a makeup mist as much as a skincare kind of toning mist. So I think I'm going to take this up to my bathroom. It's just something that I really would like to spray on my face throughout the day if I need a pick-me-up or if I'm having more of a no makeup kind of day. This is something that I'm definitely going to reach for. I might spray it on my face before I go to bed. Who knows? I'm just really excited about this, and I feel like it has one of the finest mists I've ever seen. It is so wonderful. In fact, I really want to spray it again. Like, can you even see it on camera? Can you even see it? It is so fine. Going into the video, this is what I was most excited about anyways, but I definitely would say that I still am the most excited about these two products. These are the things that I'm definitely going to continue to use, and I would recommend you guys to try out because they impressed me on day one of using them, both of these products, so I'm really excited. The Effortless Lashes, I felt like looked really pretty throughout the day. I almost wish I would have added some eyeliner here in the inner corner. I just feel like the lashes kind of stopped. That was my fault, but like I said before, I love the Effortless collection from Velour. If you're somebody who kind of likes to dabble in false lashes, but maybe you don't want it to look too heavy, or maybe you like to wear lashes on an everyday basis, but you have a hard time finding something that look natural, definitely check out the Effortless collection. I still feel like I love the Would I Lie style more. So that'll be linked down below if you guys want to check it out. The Persona glosses, this formula is really beautiful. I can't wait to take these out and keep using them. I do feel like this is something that will be in my purse, and I do feel like it's something that I'll bring with me when I travel. It's just a really good, fuss-free, foolproof kind of formula. It's exactly what I've been looking for in a gloss these days. I love how it doesn't feel sticky, but it's going to be hydrating as well. And then you still get a really nice, gorgeous shine, so you have a little bit of the glamour to it as well. Like, it's not just a lip balm, and it's not just a gloss. It's a really nice combination of the two, and I really like this set that it comes in, so I was really happy with that as well. Let's talk about the Riviera palette. Throughout the day, I kept looking at my makeup, and I liked my makeup today. The eyeshadows wore really beautifully on the eyes. I truly don't have any complaints as far as the formula of these eyeshadows go, but like, if I'm really being honest with myself, I don't know if it's something I'm going to reach for all the time. I know so many people are super excited about this palette because it's colorful, it's something different, you know, it's something that you don't always see. It's a color story that we definitely don't always see. But if I'm being 100% real, I don't know if this is something I'm going to be reaching for. I am such a basic person when it comes to eyeshadows, I guess. But then again, I'm not. I like to play with color, but I enjoy pastel colors, I feel like, more than neon right now. It could just be that I'm nervous about some of these colors, to be honest. But at the same time, I know that I won't be reaching for this on an everyday basis. If you are somebody who would reach for this on an everyday basis, I'd say go for it. It's definitely a really beautiful palette and it has a really nice formula, but is it a need for me? I don't think it is. I just didn't feel like I was obsessing over it like I did with the Soft Glam palette, for example. The Soft Glam palette just completely captured my whole soul. And so I was kind of waiting for that to happen with this, and it just never did. If this captures your soul, like I said, go for it. I think the Anastasia formula is really, really nice. Who knows? I'm going to continue to try this out, but as of right now, I don't know. I was kind of hoping that I would fall head over heels in love with it, and I just didn't. Okay, the last new product that we tried today is the Anastasia Dip Brow Gel. I have no complaints about my brows right now. I'm interested to see how this looks without me filling in the brows first. If it does a really nice job filling in the brows without me using a pencil first, this could be something that I reach for on more of like a natural makeup day where I'm just running out the door. So I'm going to keep you guys posted on this. Again, I don't have any complaints about it. I feel like my brows still look nice. And I think the packaging is really pretty. I love a good brow gel, so I'm definitely excited about it. Wasn't floored by it yet, but I'm excited about it and I'm going to continue to use it. So I am going to set this right here as well. Let me know in the comments below what you guys are most excited about trying out of the things that I showed you today. Have you guys picked any of these up? What are your feelings about it? Do you own the Riviera palette? What are your feelings about that? I would love to know. And that is all for today. If you're new here, hi, my name is Allie. I would love to have you join the family, and you can do so by hitting the subscribe button. If you're already a subscriber but you want to be notified on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays when I upload my videos, click on the bell after you subscribe, and then you'll just get a notification every single time I upload. Well, I must say, I'm happy with how my makeup wore today. So thanks again for always coming back to my channel. I love you all so much, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye.